Hi guys, this is Vanngo. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I invite the gorgeous Ainoa here. She lent me her canvas to create this makeup look for you. This is more a sultry, tiny feline makeup look. It could be for a red carpet, a wedding, or any occasion really. I hope you enjoy the look. Give the channel always a lot of love. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and don't forget to follow all of us on Instagram as well. Thank you. To start every makeup, I always prep the skincare first. The first product I'm going to use is Naturium Fetal Glow Lip Mask. This lip mask helps to restore and replenish moisture on the lips. It's really beautiful. It contains shea butter, avocado, jojoba oil. It's good for makeup prep, and it's great as a lip mask at night as well. It's vegan and cruelty free. This is one of my newer favorites. The next product is IS Clinical Youth Eye Complex. This is one of my go-to. It provides hydration and soothes under the eye area. It contains peptides and antioxidant ingredients. It's very lightweight and it's great for under makeup, and it's suitable for all skin types. The next product is Naturium Vitamin C Super Serum Plus. This is antioxidant serum with vitamin C, hyaluronic acid, niacinamide, and salicylic acid. All of the ingredients, I love this serum. This helps the skin from environmental stress, and it's vegan and cruelty free. This is a beautiful serum, and the price point is fantastic. Don't forget your neck as well. For moisturizer, I'm going to use IS Clinical Reparative Moisture Emulsion. This is one of my go-to as well. It does have botanical and peptide to add hydration and create a beautiful skin protection. Ideal for makeup, to prep under makeup I mean, and it's great for all skin type. The texture is really beautiful on the skin. And don't forget your neck as well. I always say in every video, give love to your skin. Give a little face massage. For sunscreen, I'm going to use from Hello Sunday the Invisible One Broad Spectrum SPF 50 sunscreen and primer. This is a great primer and sunscreen combo for someone who likes 2-in-1. It helps to blur and protect the skin, and as you can hear the name, it's invisible, so it's very lightweight. It's not heavy at all. It is chemical sunscreen, so it doesn't have any white cast, and as I mentioned already, it's very lightweight and it's a gel formula. And to me, I feel it's more like a primer texture than sunscreen texture. And don't forget the next as well. For foundation and concealer, I'm going to use from Tom Ford Beauty the Architecture Soft Matte Blurring Foundation. This is one of my newer favorite. And the Shade and Illuminate Concealer. This is not new. This one is the newer foundation they have. I think they just launched and it's really beautiful. We filmed another day with this foundation. I really love it. We don't have many shades from the foundation, so I only gonna use the shade as closest to our talent as possible. So this is the closest shade we have, and I think it's matched pretty well. It's a little warmer for the face, but it does match the body, so I think it's great. As you can see that the foundation is absolutely beautiful. It's lightweight, it's natural matte finish, and it does contain a light diffusing particle that help to blur the skin, and it's control the sebum for longer wear. You can see that it's just beautiful. As I mentioned, the foundation definitely a little warmer for the face, but because her body a little warmer, a little more color than the face, so it blends perfectly, it's matched perfectly. So the foundation, they are more a fuller coverage foundation. Normally, when the talent this beautiful skin, you don't need to wear that. But I love this foundation. I still want to wear on someone who have, you know, great skin, what the complexion will look like with the foundation. And I think it looks really beautiful as well. It just gives you that soft focus matte finish. I just really like it. And this is not sponsored. For concealer, this is medium to buildable coverage concealer. Use a little bit under the eye. This one is waterproof and crease proof formula. I only use a little bit under the eye, around the nose, and that's all she needs. And a little bit right here. I'm going to use Milk Makeup Scope Stick, and just to really, you know, shade out the face a little bit, because, you know, when we use foundation, it does take away all dimension on the face. And I use a little bit to blend out. This is a great shade because it's not too warm and it mimics your natural shadow, which is great. It's a cool tone shade and it's vegan and cruelty free as well. Very easy to blend. I think using the shade that more a cool tone like this is great for shading, sculpting contour, because I think like even if you do all finished, you just see that natural shadow scope. If you use too warm the shade, it's just like, you know, the red bronzer everywhere. I would just like use bronzer after to set the face, but this is just beautiful. Just a little bit of cool tone to sculpt the face. For powder, I'm going to use these two powder from Chinese brand called Floresis Cosmetic, and this is more a pinky powder. So I'm just gonna use that. I'm gonna try that, and I think it's so gorgeous. And I'm gonna use the puff here. And the other one more like a pressed powder. You see that how translucent it is. I think it's just really gorgeous. I really like this powder. I think it's just really gorgeous. And what I'm gonna try as well is I'm gonna try their pressed powder. And it's also very sheer, so I'm gonna do mainly under the eye area. Wow, gorgeous. And on this side as well. For bronzer, I'm going to use Huda Beauty Glowish Soft Radiance Bronzing Powder. To be honest with you, this is one of the most underrated bronzer in my opinion. I think this one, the Kevin Ukon, I think these are beautiful bronzer, but doesn't have much talk about this. But I think this is one of my favorites from the brand. And sometimes we get lost in all the new launch. We forget to use them, but this is for me, it's really beautiful bronzer. It's non-drying powder formula. It's a little glowy and velvety finish. It does have a medium coverage. The shade I'm using is pretty soft, so but if you wanna use stronger shade, they have deeper shade as well. But I think this is a beautiful bronzer. I think maybe because all these design, they're confusing people, but it's a really beautiful bronzer in my opinion. For eyebrow, I'm going to use two products from KSN Company. It's Micro Feathering Brow Pen and the Clear Strong Whole Brow Gel. The shades I'm using is light brown. I understand that most of the time when someone look at the eyebrow like this, they think they can use a deeper shade like a medium brown or dark brown, but I find when the eyebrow is dense, you use the darker shade, the eyebrow look even more dense. So it's better use the lighter one, and that's why it look a lot softer for you. So for me, I know eyebrow is really beautiful. I love the way it is. I just want a few individual hair, and that's why I use a brow marker instead, like a brow pencil. Because at the end of the day, I want her eyebrow to be full and natural looking still. And this is a great marker for you to use, is that you just fill in where do you think needed the hair. So you see a little there, I put a little bit, and then just a little bit there. That's why I want to fill in. Oh, the thing about the eyebrow marker is that just take your time. Do a little bit at a time, because you draw individual hair. If you do so fast and so rush, it looks like a heavy lines and you don't have like an individual hair looking anymore. So you see, just do a little bit at a time. And this part here, I would recommend to like down like this a little bit. And then you draw some hair underneath there. And brush back on, you see. And the shades I'm using is actually a light shade, but just because the eyebrow dense already, it will create the eyebrow look darker, even if it's just a lighter marker. I'm going to do the same on the other side. So you can see that I just use a marker and I just draw the shape, and I think it looks quite beautiful. You can use the pencil if you like, but I think the marker, I find that's a lot softer. It's not as heavy as when you use a solid pencil, and I think this is like quite beautiful. I'm going to use some eyebrow gel to set the eyebrow a little bit. And the best way is you can tame the brow where you want it to be. For eyes, I'm going to use the 5 products. The first product is the Rare Beauty Always an Optimist Weightless Eyeshadow Primer. Second product, and the third product is Lisa Eldridge Seamless Collide Eye Pencil, shades Black Treacle, and the Kitten Flick Liquid Eyeliner. This one, the black one as well. And LH Cosmetic, this is the eyeshadow palette. I'm using just some of these neutral shades, and I'm not going to use any shimmer at all, but I think these taupey neutral is beautiful. And then the Sweet Beauty Clown Mascara. The look I'm trying to do is just really natural eye with a simple feline flick, and this guy is smudgy feline flick. That's what I'm trying to do. To start, I'm going to prime the eye first. So I put a little bit of the eyeshadow primer. You don't have to use eyeshadow primer if you don't want to, but for me, it's a great way to prime the eyelid before you do eyeshadow. And this one have a natural finish. It's hydrating and long wear formula. To start, I'm going to use this color right here. And just all over the crease area. The whole point is I'm keep the eye very soft on the shadow. It's just really more sculpting, and then just a liner. So it's very simple, pretty easy to do. I know I keep saying that, people killing me, but I think it's, for me, it's like I'm keep it very basics and, you know, easy application. And the only way you can do it, you have to practice them. Doesn't matter what eyeshadow it is, you know. I know eyeshadow is complicated to most people, but you know, the only way you can create look, you just have to practice. I cannot make it more simple than that. So just one shade all around. And then what you're gonna do, you're gonna use a second shade with a blending brush. And this part here is just really just on the crease area. This one here. And then you just blend it out the crease. This one here, you can keep a little bit depth on the crease. And you see that you just blend it out and smudge it out. And that's all you need to do for the eyeshadow. And this is creamy powder eyeshadow. It's highly pigmented, and this is a great multi-use palette. You can use on the eye, the cheeks, and on the lips as well if you like, because it's made for anywhere on the face. You see, that's all I do for the eyeshadow. And that's it. But you can see that, like, because blending is the key. You see that I keep back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and invest on these good brushes. So you see that you could do like this, and it helps to blend for you. You don't have to do more complicated than that. And now it's a beautiful eyeshadow. Let's see, just 2 colors. And do the same on the other side. So as you can see, just 2 colors, one all over the crease and one just, you know, what I do as this part here. That's all you need. A lot of times, just because you watch somebody use YouTube, like you one shade here, one shade here, one shade here, and it complicated you, but you don't have to make it complicated at all. So what you could do, the next step as well, you can use the lighter shade here, a little bit on the bottom, and then again a little bit of that color, a little bit of that color right there. Look up here and just smudge a little more here. So smoke the eye a little out more, but you don't have to, but it's just like a little bit. And that's all you need to do. And it's the whole point doing that, it's just like give more the definition around the eye. For eyes, I'm going to use the long wear eyeliner first to smudge it out a little bit on the liner, and then I use the liquid liner to define a little bit, but I'm not gonna make a thick liner. I make a thin, but the smudgy one that make the eye a little smokier that way. So the liquid liner is just really to give that really depth on the lash line. So first I put a little bit the black liner and just do one eye at a time, and I blend it out. I personally do not like the feline, like just a thin feline, like really clean, and I usually like everything a little more smudgier. That's my personality. That's why I'm creating this with the long wear pencil first. And even like for me, like aesthetically, even if it's just like line like this alone without the liquid liner, I think it's still so beautiful. But just the liquid liner just helps to get that really heavy depth on the root. And you can see that for me, I think like the smudgy liner, it's just gorgeous. It's just like this. I'm doing the same on the other side. So you can see like even if just like this is enough as well. You don't have to go liquid eyeliner, but sometimes that depth, tight lining on the lash line was great with the liquid liner as well. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna curl the lashes, mascara, then I do the liquid liner. I'm going to curl the lashes first. For mascara, I'm going to use Sweet Beauty Cloud Mascara. I'm going to use 2 coats on the upper lashes and 1 on the lower lashes. This is a great volumizing mascara, and it's flake smudge free, and it's super black. Next, I'm going to use the Lisa Eldridge Kitten Flick Liquid Eyeliner. Like I said, the next step, you don't have to do it. But for me, I find that, you know, little detail like this make your makeup look a lot more beautiful on camera. So I used to use a little bit of this. And I go just on the really closer to the lash line. I make them a little bit more depth from the liquid liner. But again, I only do very close to the tight lining of your lash line because I don't want to lose that smokiness that I create from the pencil. That's all I do. Because if I go further high up, you lose that, you become like a thick liner, and you don't have that like softness from the smoky that you create from the smudgy pencil earlier. So I just do really on the lash line. And if you do not need to do that, you don't have to. It's a personal thing. And like I say, when I share everything and do however you like it. You don't have to make it as complicated at all, like the way I do. For blush, I'm going to use Rare Beauty Soft Pinch Luminous Powder Blush. The shades I'm using called Hope. And this is a lightweight, radiant finish, buildable, medium coverage, and cruelty-free blush. And I just want to explain something about blush. This blush is, you can't go wrong with it. It's really beautiful, easy to blend. One thing I want to explain clearly, like when blush, any kind of blush, they have shimmer in there. You should be careful a little bit about skin that have texture. You know, our talent have gorgeous skin. You don't have to worry about nothing at all. You can put anywhere. But if you have a skin texture, I would recommend you go more a matte blush, or just go more gentle a little bit with the blush. But this way you don't enhance the texture, because shimmering, anything shimmering does enhance it's gonna show up the texture even more. So that's the only thing about a shimmering blush, because this is more a blush and highlight in one. So some people use it as a highlighter as well, not just a blush. But for this, I'm use a blush and I use the highlight separate. This blush is very easy to blend. For highlighter, I'm going to use Clear Prism highlighter. The shade I'm using is Gold Sheer. Like I say, if you don't get all the name, it's all in the description box. And this is very subtle sheen. I really like it. And you see what I do a little bit like this. And it does have micro pearl for a radiant finish. And it's just beautiful simplicity to the skin. It's very subtle, so you can put anywhere, everywhere, if you like. But you know that the Rare Beauty blush, you don't need to use highlighter at all, because it does have highlighter in the blush as well. But I just want a little extra sheen, that's why I use this highlighter. And what I'm going to do next, a little bit on my finger, a little bit on the corner of the eye. Not too much, but a little bit. For lips, I'm going to use Glitter the Precious Lipstick. And the shades I'm using are called Refined Amethyst. And I believe they have 5 or 6 shades. This is the newer formulation they have. It's hydrating serum formula. It's really beautiful on the lips. The price point is on the higher range of the lipstick, but I think if you can afford it, it's worth the dollar. They have beautiful red color. This is with more mauvey pinky, and I know a lip shape. I don't want to use any lip liner. This shade is almost like her lips color, but really enhanced. And this lipstick is long lasting moisture, and it have that radiant finish. You can see this. The lipstick is radiant finish that contains diamond and 24 karat gold. Yes, they do. That's why the price point is a little higher. But you see, it's just really beautiful. I think this color is really beautiful. To set the makeup, I'm going to use Lancome Fix It, Forget It Makeup Setting Spray. That's the final look, guys. I hope you enjoy the look. Little feline, smoky, and it's a nice, way to get dressed up without too much heavy eye makeup. I hope you enjoyed the video. Give my channel always a lot of love. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and don't forget to follow all of us on Instagram as well. Thank you.